Even though I love naked motorcycles, and I've had 3 of them, in this video I'm going to tell you the ugly truth about naked motorcycles.
Let's go for a ride. Subscribe today.
Since I got into naked motorcycles, I tell you, I've got some hate out there from some of you viewers out there. You're like, Psycho Cruiser, your motorcycle's ugly. You know, I get that with this MTL7. I don't know why. This MTL7 is awesome. I mean, look at them lines. It's better looking than that MTL9 that I own. I have to say that. The Priya Tuono was pretty decent looking, but a lot of you guys thought that was ugly. And I tell you, that's probably the #1, you know, ugly truth about naked motorcycles, that most of them are ugly.
Like the Kawasaki ZH2, this is one of the ugliest naked motorcycles on the market, hands down. What do you guys think? Another ugly naked bike are the Triumph Speed Triple and Street Triple with those ugly bug-eyed headlights. Otherwise, the bike looks pretty decent. It's just I've never liked those headlights. Ugh, look at them.
They're not as good looking as the super sports and the super bikes with fairings. It's the truth. I agree with you, because a lot of these bikes are ugly. I think this is good looking though. The reason why I love naked motorcycles is because most of them are tuned for the street. They got that bottoming grunt. You know what I'm saying? Right at the bottom. That's what I love about them. And you know, with the sport bikes, you know, like the you know, super sports and the super bikes, they're more top end bikes. The power's at the top. A lot of them don't have a lot of grunt on the bottom. You'd be surprised. Some of them do, some of them don't. But for the most part, most nakeds have that grunt. But I'm going to tell you this, is that make sure you're wearing the gear to stay safe out there, guys. I have links to my awesome gear, like this ultra lightweight carbon fiber helmet that comes with an automatic tint shield, my favorite helmet, airbag vest to help keep you safe, gauntlet gloves, jacket, boots, pants. All my gear, I include links in the description and comment section of this video. Like I said, the get up and go on the nakeds is awesome. You know, another ugly truth besides naked bikes being ugly is that they often have a budget suspension on them. Like this MT-07, it has a non-adjustable front fork, and so many other ones do. You know, the MT-09 had a suspension, even though it was adjustable, but it was often a pogo-like. You know, it's budget, cheap. It's not their best, as where super sports and super bikes often come with a great suspension, like that CBR 1000 RR that I owned. That was a great show of suspension on that bike, man. But honestly, you don't need a top-of-the-line suspension for street riding out here. You actually probably want a softer suspension out here. But for those of you guys that ride track and street, you know, it's nice to have a premium suspension, and you're usually going to get that with a super sport or a super bike. So that's a knock with these naked bikes. Now, some of these naked bikes come with top-of-the-line premium suspension, or you can get the MTL9 SP version that's got the better suspension. And of course, you know, the Italian naked bikes, they got top-of-the-line suspension on some of those, the more high-end models and stuff. So I'm not saying all the naked bikes have a, you know, a subpar suspension, but some of them do. You know, another negative that's not to me, but to a lot of you, that's an ugly truth, is that the naked bikes lack wind protection. So when you get on the highway, some of you guys out there cry about the wind, which I think is ridiculous, man. To me, that's what you get a motorcycle for, so wind blows on you, man. Now, I know if you're touring across the country that you're going to want to have the shield on there, because, you know, yeah, the wind will batter you down after hours and hours and hours and hours of riding. I can understand it. Yes. And that is an ugly truth about naked motorcycles. Now, you can always, some of them, you can add a shield on here. It has a place where you can actually add a shield on here if you want to help you. But overall, like the, you know, the super sports and super bikes and whatnot, the fairings and everything is set up so that you cut through the wind. And even on the sport bikes and super bikes, you can put a taller shield on there or whatnot. But, you know, it comes with the territory. But I said, what I love about the naked bikes over the sport bikes and super sports is I love not having fairings. I hated fairings when I had this, you know, the CBRs I had. Every time I want to do an oil change, you got to take them stupid fairings off, and then a clip will fall off or something, you can't find it, and it's irritating. And it's just, I hated dealing with fairings, man. It's so much easier not dealing with that, just being able to do maintenance without taking them stupid fairings off. But another ugly truth about naked motorcycles is that you can't change the look of the naked motorcycle like you can with the sport bike, you know, with the super sport super bike, like I did with my CBR 1000RR and CBR 600RR, where you can get aftermarket fairings, custom fairings, and completely change the look. I've changed the look of my CBR 600RR twice and my CBR 1000RR. Man, I changed the look on that like 3 or 4 times. And that's what's, I miss that. I miss changing the look, you know what I'm saying? But it's not that big of a deal. Once you throw a leg over the bike, the looks don't matter anymore anyhow, you know what I'm saying? So it's not that big of a deal. To me, there's so many more benefits to the naked bike than the super sports and super bikes, especially for street riding out here. It just really doesn't make sense to be riding around out here on the street on a track bike. So many guys call people that do that posers. Even though I don't think they're posing, because a lot of times they use the bike for street and then they also ride it at the track, and they only want one bike. Maybe they can't afford to have multiple bikes, or they don't want multiple bikes, or maybe they don't have room for more bikes. So I can understand that in that sense, to go ahead and get a super sport, a super bike or whatnot. But I tell you, it's so much better riding in an upright seating position on these naked bikes, man. It's so much more comfortable and relaxing and an enjoyable ride, instead of being hunched over like you're getting ready to do a push-up for the sake of looking good out here on the streets, because your bike looks so pretty. Some of you guys are caught up way too much with the looks, when most of these people out here, guys, could care less about you and your motorcycle. And a lot of these people, guys, you know, think us bikers are D-bags out here anyhow. So, you know, just get out here, enjoy yourself, get the motorcycle, you know, that best suits you, whatever, it doesn't matter, man. Yeah, baby, it just gives you that snap. Look at that. Yeah, baby, that's what I love about this bike, man, that grunt. Yeah. Love it, man. I'm telling you, for street riding, what you should be looking at is torque, not horsepower, man. You want torque. You want that, where that torque is delivered, right at the bottom, low in the RPM range, man. Oh, this bike don't go that fast. This is more like my cruiser bike, you know, to mess around with. Yeah. All right, man. Take care, man. Just enjoy the ride, baby. That's what it's all about, man. Leave a comment below. Let's talk about it. Hit thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that little bell symbol so you get notified when my new videos release. But I release new videos every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So until next time, I'll catch you guys later.